Hello and welcome, student of Lifespan Psychology Online for summer 2019. My name is Dr. Terry Rawlinson, and I'll be facilitating the course with you over the next 5 weeks. I'm based on the Sevier County campus, and I have taught online for Walter State for quite a while, about 13 years actually, and I've taught this course online many times before. So, you're in good hands. We're going to work great together as a team. And the goal of this video is to just welcome you to the course and talk a bit about how the course is going to work and how the different interfaces are going to work in terms of how you're going to earn your grade. So we're going to start off with how can you get in touch with me? The best way to get in touch with me, obviously, is to use eLearn, this interface you're seeing right here. In the syllabus, which is under course information. So if I click here under course information and I go to content under the first module, so I come over here, I got table of contents, library resources, web links, FAQs, and then you see the first module here, week 1. The way the course is laid out is that when you log into eLearn, you're definitely going to want, you click on the course, you're going to arrive here, right? You're going to be at the course homepage, and any announcements I make will be here in the news section. So for this, the week 1 announcement, every week I'll have a new announcement. I'll try to put, important stuff in red. But the bulk of the course, in terms of what you're going to follow week in, week out, is under course information. So course information, content, we go down to that module, week 1, and you'll see under week 1 you got module A. So I click here. I can jump down to module A, and I see kind of the objectives for the module, and I scroll down, meet the professor. This is just an introduction to me if you want to know more about me. Here's the course syllabus, and in the course syllabus, got all the information for the course, how you're going to earn your grade, my contact information, my external email, my office phone number, all that good stuff. But getting back to the original point of what's the best way to get in touch with me. Really enjoyed the eLearn email here. So if you're going to construct an email, you could log into the course, go to the email, construct an email, send it to me. I'll know it's you. I'll know you're in this specific course, and it gives me a great degree of tracking. So definitely use eLearn email to get in touch with me. My office phone number's there. I have office hours, have virtual hours, and on-ground hours. But there's a phone number, and if we need to get in touch via virtually, we can do that too, in terms of a synchronous thing where we're talking back and forth. All right, so that's eLearn. A lot of you probably have used it before, but again, course information is going to be your main tool. All the modules are laid out. I'm going to come back to a couple things in a second. Let's talk about the textbook. That's the number one question I get via email. Dr. Rawlinson, what about the textbook? Which textbook can I use? Can I use this one, this one, this one? Here's the bottom line. This course is based off of the 4th edition of Discovering the Lifespan, published by Pearson. And I'm at Pearson's site right here with the course. So you can certainly use an ebook to access this course. You can use a traditional book to access the course. But the big thing to remember is 10% of your grade in this course is based on you completing assignments in something called My Virtual Life, which I'll show you in a few moments. If you buy the bundle from the Walter State bookstore, it comes with a physical book. It comes with access to Revel. It gives you a code, Access Revel, which is an ebook. I'll show you that to you in a second. And then within Revel, you have My Virtual Life. So I'm in Revel now. I'm looking over the course materials for the class. Psych 2130 Lifespan, Psych Summer 2019. You're seeing my view, not your view. It won't ask you to invite students. But whenever you set the course up, you'll click on this link. It'll open the course. I'm going to make myself a student so you see it exactly the way let me do this right here. Sorry. Let's go back to my courses. And I'm going to make the student view so you see exactly like you would. All right. I'm going to the course. And I'm going to change the view to student view. And student view, sorry, right here. This is the way you'll see it. You'll come in and you'll see this window. And notice that your assignments, the only assignments you're seeing here is for My Virtual Life. That's because that's the only assignments you will do in this ebook. The rest of the assignments will be done back here in eLearn, which is the course portal, the college course portal. All the quizzes, paper submissions, all that will be done here. The only thing you're going to do in Revel that counts for a grade is My Virtual Life. So 10% of the course grade is based on you completing these tasks. So a lot of students ask me, Dr. Rollinson, do I absolutely have to have the bundle? And I'm like, well, that's a tough question to answer. It depends on what kind of grade you want to earn. If you don't have the bundle and you just have a regular version of the textbook and you can't get to Revel, that means you can't get to My Virtual Life. So that means you're down a letter grade because My Virtual Life is worth 10% of the course, which is takes you down to highest score you can make as a B. So the best answer is to get the bundle or to get a Revel key code from Pearson accessing this book. And that information is in the syllabus. All that information is back here in terms of the ISBN and all that. Course information, content, and syllabus. Come on, internet. Here we go. Right here under the read the course syllabus, bring it back up. It will show you right here. I'm highlight it here. It'll show you the 4th edition ISBN bundle, all that good information. Technically, you can get it right from our bookstore. You can get it from Pearson. I don't care where you get it from. Just make sure you get a version of that book, and preferably, if you want to complete the My Virtual Life, 10% of your grade, you're going to need access to the Revel or ebook edition. So getting back to that ebook edition for a second, hopefully that sorts out all the textbook concerns. You need access to this to get to My Virtual Life. But beyond that, I want to show you a couple things. So this is the My Virtual Life, and it's showing the very first assignment that's due. And let's go here. Start the assignment. It's showing, I can start this late adulthood assignment right now. You will see all the My Virtual Life assignments show up here. Under Contents, you will see every chapter of the textbook. So I can move throughout different parts of the book. I'm going to, this is a very robust, dynamic ebook, by the way. I'm going to get to a portion here where we can really play around with it. You will find that there are interactive components of the ebook. There are videos embedded in the ebook. There are little quizzes and surveys embedded in the ebook. And let's see, this is maybe the best part I love about the ebook. Let's say that you want to highlight this portion. You can just click and select. When you do, it comes up with this highlight feature. I can click on the highlight. I can even add a note. This is an important, let's say, I'll just put test 2 objective. And I click away. Now that note, you're thinking, well, how am I going to go back and find that note? Dr. Rollinson, where's that? How did I get to that? If I move back and I go back to let's do this. Let's go back to my assignments, and I'll put it back on student view for a second. Back here where we were looking at assignments and content, under notebook, your saved notes will be there. I just highlighted this portion of the text. I gave this note, so that'll be there. And there's also great study tools here, like flashcards and things for you guys. So let's go to, say, infancy, and I want to go to flashcards. So I could look at accommodation, which is part of Piaget's ideas about changes in the way of existing ways of thinking, or affordances, or Ainsworth's stranger situation task. So these are great study tools. Let's see. So I think that covers the ebook portion of it. Again, the My Virtual Life assignments will be here. I'm going to go back to my view just so you can see them from a due date perspective, because I haven't released these yet. But take a look. I'm going to go into the course and I'm going to show assignments from my view. And I think what you'll see is you'll see a lot of My Virtual Life assignments posted here. Let me go manage these. So on July 21st, for example, you have two things due. You would have had to create your virtual child and raise it to the age of 2. Then by July 28th, you would have raised that same child up to ages 3 through 5. Then up to age 11, then up to age 18. And as you go through this virtual simulation, you're answering questions, you're making decisions about your baby, and you're doing it based, hopefully, on what you've read in the textbook, making good decisions so that you have optimal development of your child. By August 4th, we kind of switch over to not child development, but adult development. So starting at the age of 18 through early, what we call emerging adulthood, then through young adulthood, then middle adulthood. And then by the end of the course, August 8th, you would have completed all those decisions for that simulation up until the point you reach late adulthood. So that's Revel. That's My Virtual Life. I'll show you what it looks like. I'll start a simulation here so you can get a sense of what it looks like. I'm going to create a new child, and it's going to read over the EULA. I'll accept it. And then it asks me what my gender is. I'm male. My partner's gender is female. Next. It will ask me what kind of appearance I'll pick, and you can choose. Let's go next. We'll eventually pick eye color and all those good things. Pick this next. I'll do these things. Sorry, this is taking just a second here. So you'll go through these decisions where, like, personality type is a really good example. So you're going to be making these kind of decisions about your child's development. And then you'll get into scenarios where they'll ask you questions about how you might feed them, or how you might nurture them, or how you might play with them, things like that. And as you make the decisions, your child will age. And by the end of, you'll eventually reach the end of the assignment at, let's say for this one, I finished creating my virtual child, and the next step would be to raise it to the age of 2, 0 to 2 years of age. And you'll continually do this throughout the course of the 5 weeks until you have raised a virtual baby, and you also carried an adult through adult development. So all of those count for, like I said, about 10% of the course grade. That's Revel. So Revel's a Pearson product that you get a code with the book for. And you're probably thinking, how do I go about doing that? Trust me, back in the course shell here in eLearn, I have it all stepped out for you. So for example, let's go to week 1. Week 1, the first module, introduction to the course, is all about getting things set up. So week 1, what are we doing first? You're introduced to me, you read the syllabus, you look over the student responsibilities for taking an online class. You look over all the course objectives. You look over how I'm going to grade you on discussion boards. I give you the rubric I use. You take a pretest and you don't use the book. Hope you all fail. Just kidding. Hope you don't do well, because you shouldn't know everything. You set up the ebook with access to Revel. Click there. What does it do? It opens up a link, opens up an HTML page where it talks about how you're going to go about setting up the book. And this specific link that I have embedded here is what you need. So when you click on that, it'll take you out, and it will have you create an account with me here. So looks like it's saying I've already had the material, but obviously you guys won't have already loaded the material. So you'll end up having to add the code that comes with the bundle, or the code you have acquired through Pearson. And when you do that, it will give you access to what we've been looking at thus far today back here on all those things I was showing you earlier. So hopefully that clears up some questions I'm going to go back to the course homepage. Hopefully that clears up a lot of questions for you. Again, welcome to the course. I just want to really address the difference between Revel and eLearn and kind of set forth this, kind of clarify a lot of questions about what book, because that seems to be some of the most pressing questions students have. Again, you need to have access to Revel to access My Virtual Life. So, do you need the physical textbook? Well, it depends. You can have the physical textbook, but do you want to sacrifice those 10 percentage points of your total grade? Probably not. Most students want to be able to earn the full 100%. So to do that, you're going to need access to the ebook, which includes My Virtual Life. Again, welcome to the course. Please don't, feel free to email me as you get started this week. I know, just take it slow, read through everything methodically. Lots of resources out there for you guys. I step you through every single thing, and contact me if you have trouble. Welcome to the course, and we'll see you next week. Take care.